kriterianya untuk akreditasi itu. Nggak bisa lebih kan. Semakin banyak orang semakin mudah Pak. Maksudnya semakin meringankan kita.
Coba yuk.
Ya.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Good
Morning, sir.
First of all, I'd like to say sorry for this delay, and I'm in the middle of group discussion with Pak Zainul next to me. Thank you for joining my class, and I hope that everyone has downloaded the files that I sent. The files are teaching, reading, teaching, speaking, teaching conversation, teaching writing, yeah, and that one. What is that? Techniques, yeah, taxonomy of techniques, and because and one PowerPoint, authentic materials. These files are important, especially for your project exploiting the authentic text. So our discussion today will focus on the framework for developing reading and writing materials. Okay. I'd like to share my screen. Yeah, to introduce the authentic materials. I should have opened my PowerPoint. Okay, it's now on. Okay. You still remember last week we talked about framework for developing listening and speaking materials. Remember why did we talk about the two skills, materials development at once, yeah, because they are similar, because they have they will make use of the same authentic text, yeah. Spoken language as the same form, yeah. Spoken language as the model, yeah, heard, listened to by the student, and that will be used as a model to produce similar language, yeah, similar spoken language. Yeah. That's why the reception, yeah, listening, and then production, the speaking, yeah, they are related. And in the files that we discussed last week, the term authenticity, yeah, is important, yeah, as a source of the learning materials, authentic materials. Now, of course, what's actually the authentic materials may be perceived differently by different people. Yeah. But as a guide for you is that authentic materials are materials that are real, yeah, not produced for the teaching and learning purposes. Yeah. So if that material is not in the classroom, is not in the textbook, yeah, or is not in English language teaching textbooks, then it is authentic, yeah, materials. Now let's see how people have seen authentic materials alike. One of the famous perspective is called native speaker based perspective. Yeah. What does that mean? It means that the materials should be produced by native speaker and conveyed to other native speakers. Yeah. English native speaker. Yeah. Of course, the problem is who the native speakers of English are. In our current situation, there are many Englishes in the world, including Indian English, Singaporean English, American English, even Indonesian English. So this could be problematic for us, yeah, because we will be having so many Englishes, so many native speakers of English. But that should actually be seen as an advantage. Yeah. That means we can get authentic materials using this native speaker-based perspective from many different sources, locations, and countries. Yeah. This shouldn't be a limitation, but should actually be a chance for you to get as many as various as possible authentic materials. This is the second. The second authentic perspective is for real communication. Yeah? As long as the language is produced for by real people, me, like you and I now, real people having real communication purposes, yeah, then it is a real communication, real or authentic. Yeah. So these are the two important perspectives. There are many other perspectives, such as the interaction perspective, such as the needs perspective, and the combination of all of them. Yeah. Let's see this. The result of your syllabus design production last week, yeah, last semester. Yeah, let's see whether your listening materials, speaking materials are actually having authentic materials using that perspective. Yeah, real communication perspectives and native speaker based perspectives. I would like to invite somebody who is using laptop to share his or her RPP, yeah, that you produced last semester. Yeah, anyone, please. Hello, can somebody share his or her RPP that you produced last semester? Hello, hello, Anataya, yes, please. Oh, Resa.
I'm not on my computer here, but let
Okay.
me switch to my computer first.
Okay, somebody else while waiting for Resa. Aulia Rama, can you?
All right, sir. I will try.
Yes, please.
could you see my share screen, sir?
Yes, it's starting. Yeah, this is your app, and let's go to the basic competency. Okay. Remember, what kind of authentic materials does your RPP need? Yeah, depends on the basic competency. Now, we see here that the basic competency requires interaction, ya, interaksi interpersonal is unspoken, interpersonal interaction. Now, if this is spoken interpersonal interaction, what do you have in mind? What kind of authentic, what kind of spoken language does it need as learning materials? Is it monologue or is it dialogue?
It is dialogue, sir.
Okay, dialogue, and it should be spoken language. Then the spoken language or dialogue should contain asking and giving greeting. Yeah, to greet, yeah, and then to respond to a greeting, to leave, yeah, to respond to the leave taking, and to say thank you, yeah, and to respond to somebody's thanking, yeah, to apologize and to respond. Nah, okay, see, all of these are actually the types of authentic materials that you will need. Now, let's see here in your materials. Can you go down to the next page to check? Okay, let's see here. Text dialogue, interaction, interpretation. Okay, where is the dialogue? Okay, this is the dialogue. Now, so by seeing this, we understand that in terms of the interaction, yeah, this is not interaction. Why? Because your basic competency requires spoken interaction, yeah, spoken dialogue, yeah, not written dialogue, yeah. Okay, so it should be spoken dialogue and it should be authentic. Yeah, in terms of communication, it has to be produced by real people for real purpose. Yeah, real input we call it. Yeah. Hi Lisa, how are you? I'm good. How about you? I'm good. Thank you. I'm happy. By the way, I know you love ice cream, so I bought, and so on and so forth. Okay, so from that point of view, it is hard to say that this is authentic communication, yeah, because this is not the spoken language, yeah. And we don't know if this is a real communication, yeah. Is this person Aulia real? Is this person Lisa real? Yeah. Is this communication real or made up?
It is made up, sir.
Okay, made up. So by the way, where did you take this conversation from?
Pardon, sir?
Where did you take it from? Where did you take this conversation from?
By own self.
Oh, you made it by yourself. Okay, so if you made it by yourself, this is not real. Yeah, this doesn't need the communication perspective or the authentic materials. Now, we also see from the native speaker based perspective, this is not native speaker, not produced by native speaker to other native speakers. Yeah, all right. So this is in the kind of example of materials, yeah, speaking or listening materials, which is not authentic. If you can go down here, maybe you also have example of maybe spoken language, maybe in the form of audio or video. We don't have it, yeah, do we? Now, so all are in written version. Yeah. Now, how can you, if you can stop this? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please stop. And maybe you can tell me how did you come up with this material? Yeah.
Pardon, sir?
How did you produce this material? Why is your material like that? Was there any special attention made to the types of attacks you use?
For the references, I tried to found this from the website and in the curriculum, and then for the material itself, I tried to found it from YouTube, sir.
Oh yes, where is it? You didn't tell us the source, YouTube. Let's see whether that YouTube is also authentic in that sense.
Actually, for the video itself, there is in the learning media, sir, like PowerPoint. So there is video from my material.
So there is a confusion here in your mind between materials and media. Yeah. Well, the materials media is the place to put your materials. Okay. Let me share my screen. Open. I believe that you have downloaded my file called, and the title is SOP, develop EFL materials SOP. Let me share with you. Dem. Share. SOP. MatDev SOP. That's the yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me put it view. Have you downloaded this already, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, if we look at this, getting authentic text, spoken text or written text, depending on the basic competency that you are interested to develop, is actually a start. It doesn't mean that once you get the spoken text, the spoken dialogue or spoken monologue, for as authentic text, and you stop right there. No, there are many other steps that you need to do to make the authentic text a good learning materials, because once you get the authentic text, you have the main material, main ingredients for your materials. So to get to this authentic text is also hard sometimes, and if you don't know what you are looking for, as in your example, you are interested only in the written text, written dialogue, while your basic competency actually requires spoken dialogue. Once you've got the authentic text, you need to think of authentic tasks. What are authentic tasks? The task that are authentic, real use of the language, to make sure the authentic text so that the indicators can be achieved. So you need to set activities or tasks that you can maximize the authentic text to learn something from it based on your indicators. This is when you need to read books on how to teach, and that I shared with you how to teach listening, how to teach reading, how to teach speaking, how to teach writing. And I share with you also taxonomy of techniques. Techniques means the tasks that you can use to exploit the authentic text. I think you need to read them. If you read very carefully, you will find that the tasks, techniques are from the easiest, full control, teachers full control, to the hardest, in that the students are independent. Students can produce the language on their own. You need to revisit to techniques to teach listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The text exploitation is important so that the learning becomes meaningful. Now, this is the core of your project this semester, right? You need to be able to exploit the authentic text that you have found based on the basic competency, and think of the activities. So up to this point, authentic text, and then exploitation of text, especially text for your listening and speaking materials. If you have any questions, please ask me your questions. Nabil, Taufik, Dita, Reza? Yes, any questions in relation to the authenticity and exploitation of authentic text?
Can I ask about the authenticity test? About it needs to be happen in real time. Is that right?
No, it doesn't mean that it has to be real time like this. This is what we call synchronous. No, it doesn't. But what we expect is that real people, real purpose, okay.
Purpose, okay.
Real purpose, So at the moment I'm talking with you for the real purpose, for teaching purposes. You are also asking me questions in relation to your learning. Real. This is not made up. This is not a play. Or in bahasa Indonesia, this is not a drama. Only an act. This is not a role play. This is a real play. Okay. So this is what it means by a real communication, real purpose, real people, But does it mean that you can also make use of what we call AI, artificial intelligence? Yes, of course you can. For example, you have written dialogue, because this is a transcription of a real dialogue, and then you don't have the sound, the audio of the dialogue. You can make use of the application to convert texts to speech. But of course, the result is not natural as what there is a sense of robotic production in that. This is similar to your GPS. Turn right, in 100 meters, turn right. And if you insist, yeah, if you continue, yeah, not turning right, yeah, taking straight, and then you, the GPS will say, turn right, stop, turn right, stop. Robotic, you know. Yeah. So there is a less degree of authenticity, of course. Remember, authenticity is not black and white. Yeah, it's not yes or no, but it's a degree. Yeah? There is a different degree. Yeah, maybe minor, yeah, authenticity, moderate or high authenticity that you can find in our real life. Yeah, that's what I can answer, Nabil. Yeah, so not real time, but real people, real purpose. Yeah,
Real people with no setting before. Okay.
yeah, yeah. That's the
Thanks.
expectation. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Reza.
All right, thank you, sir. So I'm sorry if I missed this because I didn't pay. I missed some to pay attentions before. But how if the authentic materials that we found don't meet all the learners' needs, sir? Like, for example, my RPP. So it contains the names of days, month, and times, right? But what if my authentic materials are only about the names of days? So if we don't make it up, we'll find a lot of authentic materials just to meet the needs, sir.
Yeah, so that's why Reza, in the first few meetings, I presented options, yeah, steps, yeah, option ahead, I believe, for you teachers, yeah, before you decide to develop learning materials by yourselves, yeah, you can actually select from the commercial textbooks, yeah. You can adopt them, yeah. You can adapt them, and of course the last result is to develop materials by yourself, yeah. That's if you are a teacher, but you know, at this time you are a student, yeah, in this course, yeah, developing film materials, yeah, or ELT materials, so you have to learn how to develop, yeah. So in your situation where you can't find we call it authentic texts, yeah, authentic texts, yeah? Because you need to do something with the authentic text later, yeah, by developing tasks and then exploitation and so on and so on, so that they are ready, yeah, to be presented to your student. Then you need to find, yeah, yeah, your best, yeah, with your best effort, yeah, the that one. Later in the coming meetings, we will be learning how to search for commercial textbooks as well as authentic materials. Yeah? So don't worry. So I have a list of sources, yeah, online sources that you can use to get the what is called authentic texts. Yeah. Once again, you shouldn't be discouraged to find authentic text. And of course, in the end, yeah, if you desperate, yeah, then you can try to create, yeah, a text. But of course, it has to be as close as possible to the authentic one. How? Yeah, yeah. If you have written a dialogue, for example, asking and giving information about hours, yeah, time, yeah, but you don't have the sound, then you can make use of the application, yeah, to convert text to speech. We have Balapolka, for example. from text to speech. Yeah, yeah. That's my answer, Nisang. So you need to be patient a bit, yeah, before we learn to search for the authentic text. I think that's in meeting 6. Yeah, this is meeting 5. Meeting 6 next week. At least we can start learning, demonstrating how to search for authentic texts. Yeah. But for today, I would like that you also consider that one, the authentic written text. Yeah. So I've been talking about authentic spoken text, yeah, dialogue or monologue, yeah, and very often you miss that form, the authentic spoken language. Yeah, Resang, I hope that answers your questions.
All right, understood, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, will you please now spend 5 or 10 minutes, yeah, up to 10 minutes to read, yeah, to read a framework for developing reading and writing material, as well as the development of language components, vocabulary, pronunciation, yeah, and grammar. Yeah. Please read in 10 minutes and get the idea of what it means to have authentic reading materials, authentic writing materials, authentic grammar materials. Okay. You have to do it by yourself on your own without grouping. Okay. Start from now. Okay, welcome back. I just finished meeting, Pak Zainul. Yep. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Okay, Heresang. Yeah, Heresang. So you have read the file on framework for developing reading materials and writing materials. Yeah, and as well as the vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation material. You see over there, especially in writing, the importance of authentic tasks. Yeah, it is important for the task in writing to be authentic, meaning you write, yeah, for real people. Yeah, not just writing and then just put on the table without real use of the product. Yeah. For example, you ask the learners to write an email and then send the email to somebody, and then um, they will receive a response, reply to the email, and so on. You can ask learners to write a short notice and then put in real context in the classroom. People can read, understand their notice, things like that. Yeah. So this is an example of authentic tasks in the writing materials. Now, Harisa, any questions for that?
For me, I don't have any questions yet, sir.
Good. Now, Dani, Dan?
Yes, sir. Same
Yes.
as Metal. I
Yes.
think it's clear enough for me.
Okay. Anataya?
I think I don't have any questions.
Ripka? All right. So once again, why is it important to have authentic written text, yeah, for reading? Yeah, because you will make use of the authentic written text, yeah, for the model for producing the writing. Yeah, this is a real connection between reading and writing. Now, I'd like to see from in your RPP or lesson plan whether such a concept, such a framework for reading materials and writing materials is evident in your RPP. I would like Zidan, Wildan to share your RPP. Yeah.
My RPP, sir?
Yes.
Okay, let me try. Okay, this is my RPP, sir.
Yeah.
This is about narrative text. For junior high school. And this is the basic competence.
Okay, stop. The basic competency is to compare that one. Okay. Do you have something in 4 point something and you put down? Okay, this is to get menangkap makna. Ya, menangkap makna is the process of receiving, yeah, the information. Spoken, yeah, so listening, and written means reading, ya. Look, menangkap mana fairy tale, ya, teks, ya, pendek sederhana fairy tales. Nah, So if it is a spoken text, what kind of text is that? Is it monologue or dialogue, Wildan?
It's a monologue, sir. So
Okay, good. Monologue, good. Just stop right there. And if it is written, text, and fairy tale, how can you get such a written text or fairy tale which is authentic? Where can you get it from?
actually, I also confused about this thing, sir, because if we adapt from Indonesian fairy tales, it's likely made up. But maybe if I try to find the narrative text from the foreign language, it could be become authentic, sir. Maybe.
Yes, that's what you should do. Don't worry, I have a list of sources, but that's for later, for next meeting. Now let's go to your reading and writing materials in this RPP. Okay, stop right there. This is reading materials. I believe that this is taken from a book or an online source, is it?
I took this story from the material in junior high school, sir. So from the Kemendikbud books.
Okay, if this is from Kemendikbud, let's analyze this the aspects of authenticity in terms of the producer, whether this is produced by native speaker of English.
No, sir.
No. Okay. Now communication purposes, whether this is produced by real people for real communication.
Also, no, sir.
Okay, but if you find this in a blog, for example, in English blog, for example, that this is real, authentic in a sense that it is produced by real people and for real communication. The real communication purpose means that you produce this, the author or the writer produces this for the readers, online readers to read. So as you mentioned that this is taken from the textbook, government textbook, this text is less authentic, or maybe we can say that this is unauthentic. If you can go down. Now, okay, how many paragraphs there are? If we consider this as a model, a good model, then we expect that this text should be the model that will be reproduced by the learners. Is there any basic competency to produce narrative text here in your RPP? Let's see if no, yes or no.
Let me check it, sir.
Okay, menangkap mana only. There is no menyusun teks ya.
We have membuat ringkasan, sir.
Oh, membuat ringkasan. But that's your indicator ya, not ini.
Yes.
Not the
Not the
basic competency. Okay, so this is only for reading, not for writing. Okay, it's okay. Now, if we use these 5 indicators, 5 indicators as the guide for the communicative or authentic task, then we must have at least 5 tasks in for Sangkuria. Okay, let's see. Paragraf utama, informasi tersirat, and so on. Where is it? You have tasks for example, this one, the last one, the summarizing, for example.
materials. This is the student worksheet. This one, sir.
Okay. Is this learning material or is this a test?
Oh, this is the student worksheet, sir.
Okay, where is the learning material?
Learning materials. This one, sir.
Okay, learning
Sir.
material. Okay. Why is this learning material only the text then? Why don't we have other activities, the tasks? Yeah?
Based on my understanding in syllabus design last semester, in the learning material, we convey the material to the students, the main activity, and then after that we go to the student worksheet as the test, and in the end, in the syllabus design, we prepare the assessment, sir.
Okay, if this is the materials and the worksheet should be something different, not the same as this, right?
Wait, I'm a little bit forget.
Yeah, this is the same. Yeah.
Yes, but we
but-
also have another story here.
Oh, okay. This could be this one, the Timun Mas, yeah, can be the worksheet, yeah, can be the worksheet, yeah, because you apply what you learn in the materials into something else, into different text. But what happens is that the text here, Timun Mas, is different from the model text, yeah. If you check the model text, Sangkuriang, there is no such a communication, right? There is no dialogue like this, yeah. If you go up to the model text, where is, oh, there is a dialogue, yeah. How many paragraph there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this is a long, oh yeah, a long model text, yeah, Sangkuriang. Now, what about the exercise, yeah, or worksheet in Timun Mas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have different length of texts between Sangkuriang and Timun Mas. So it is expected, is suggested that you need to have the same length of text, yeah, for the activities, yeah, because that you will apply what they learn in the learning materials into this new one, yeah. Okay, if you go down once again to the activities. All right, Pinocchio. Now, if you once again show me the activities uh, to learn, yeah, indicator number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 in your learning materials. Where can we find that one? The activities to achieve indicator 1, indicator 2, indicator 3, indicator 4, indicator 5.
So to achieve the indicator, it's included in the learning activities, sir. So for example, so for example, when we start to explain the narrative text and the student and we ask the student to identify which one is the social functions, and can you guess the structure of the narrative text, something like that, sir.
Now, if you go to 4.7, this one menentukan pikiran utama paragraf, for example. Yeah.
Oh, for
yeah,
this.
Yeah. Okay. Where can we find tasks or activities to exploit the text, the authentic text to get this one, menentukan pikiran utama paragraf? activities, yeah, as part of learning,
On
not
the activities.
testing. Yeah.
At this student worksheet, sir.
Okay, but
Yeah.
so there is a confusion here, whether students are actually learning in this text or students are actually being tested, yeah, in this activity, this activity. What do you think?
Student being tested, sir.
Yeah, it is being tested.
Yes, sir.
So this is what I mean. Yeah, that is something that you need to what's it to do. Yeah, here. What is that? Tax exploitation. Yeah, for learning. Yeah, tax exploitation for learning. So if you, for example, can provide, you know, prior to this, yeah, can you go up? Yeah. Yeah, so if you have activities prior to this one, to reading Sangkuriang, yeah, pre-reading activities, vocabulary activities, pronunciation activities, some what is it, the other activities that can support students learning, learning this one, then it will be better. And secondly, if you can add activities, that is more innovative than uh, traditional like this. This is a traditional form of reading materials. What is that? Texts and questions. Yeah, this is like what is it? A test. That's why I give you a book on how to teach reading. Wildan, can you switch this to how to teach in it? Teaching reading? Yeah, the file that I shared you. Can you switch to that one?
Yes, sir.
Teaching
Let me
reading. Yeah.
try. This file, sir.
Yeah. So this is the example to reading lesson. Now, so once again, this is taken from a book called Teaching by Principles. Yeah, I haven't sent you the book. Yeah, Teaching by Principle in full. Yeah, but I will if you require. So chapter 17, two reading lessons. Okay, okay. Let's go here down here. Okay, this is a text. Yeah. So look at that. Before you read, yeah, come on, go up, yeah. Before you read, there are activities for you, yeah. Before you read your vocabulary, and then you click on that one, adjective to be used to describe, yeah, the text here, yeah, and then reading, yeah, yeah. What reading, yeah, 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 reading, right. And there is a sound here to be played here, just like X reading that you are assigned, yeah. And then if you go down there, yeah, this is a different, not the continuation with that, yeah. Continued of this next, go on, down there. Look, there is no such reading comprehension questions as you have as you have in your materials, well done, yeah. So these are more what is it, more challenging for the students to learn about the text, yeah, not to be tested about the text. So it is expected that by doing these activities, students develop reading skills, yeah, reading comprehension skills, as well as vocabulary, yeah, because this is part of the reading activities. Yeah, look at that. Understand from the context. Yeah, find the following words and phrases. Yeah, match them with their meaning. Use the words, write your own sentences. Okay, and so yeah. Now, on your active book self-study days, extra reading comprehension question. So the reading comprehension question extra means if you want, if the learners want to get what we call enrichment. Yeah, this is more like LKS, the worksheet, additional activities. Itu dia ada ini ya. But the activities, the real activities there are non-traditional. So you can always get some ideas from commercial textbooks on reading skills, on writing skills. Of course, you will learn about these textbooks as well as the authentic materials, sources of authentic materials next week. Yeah, not this week. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Wildan. Can you close your screen? Okay. All right. Reza. Oh, well, sorry, Reza. Wildan. What can you get from our discussion about your RPP?
I learned something new that this is not suitable anymore to use the old kind of understanding, like from text to the test for the student, and we should be creative, including, for example, an audio or maybe a video, so student can develop their ability in reading, in listening, and in writing.
Yeah. So once again, this is in relation to the suitability of the text, yeah, the text with the basic competency. Some basic competencies require a certain text. Require certain text. Say spoken text, interaction, yeah, or monologue, or written text. For your case, Wildan, I think the best authentic text should actually come from a storybook, yeah, Wildan, storybook, yeah. Not the one that you created by yourself, yeah, storybook. You know what I mean? It's called storybook, yeah. And I believe there are, yeah, many sources of storybook, short storybook, even short stories created by authors online and others. We'll go deeper into these examples, yeah, next week. Yeah. But so far, this is the token that you need to think again, yeah, that for developing writing, reading materials, you will need to get authentic text. And this authentic text becomes the model for writing activities. Yeah. It is unfair, of course, if you get a model one page, yeah, one paragraph. This is the model, for example, and then you require the students to produce a text of 3 paragraphs. This is not fair. Yeah. If you train the learners with one paragraph, yeah, as a model in your reading, then you will require students to produce similar to that. Yeah, one paragraph, not 3 paragraphs. Okay, thank you, Wildan. Okay, other questions? Well, this morning I asked the students to turn on their camera because I felt that, I don't know them. This is online, even I don't know them. Now, what about offline? Even I don't know whether they are my students. Over here, I'm sure you are my students because you are on my screen. But if it is on offline, I don't know if you are my student, whether you are Japanese or Indonesian students on campus. I really don't know. Yep. Yes, Farah, I think you are always the head. Anything that you can get from today's session, Farah? Farah? Halo, Farah. Farah.
Farah who, sir? Is there is a two Farah in here?
Ya, Farah Diba.
Pardon, sir. Can you repeat the question again?
Yes, what do you get from today's session, today's meeting?
From today's meeting, we learn about the kind of framework from the reading and writing, sir.
For developing reading materials and for developing writing materials.
Writing materials.
Okay.
And we know that the kind of from this we can see from our RPP that we can match from the framework that we've used in RPP, something like that.
Yeah, thank you, Farah Diba. Yes, I hope that our session today can give you some insights for your project, what your project will be like. Yeah. So if you repeat what you develop in your RPP, I don't think that will meet my expectations of developing AFL or ALT materials. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what happened when you took the instructional design. You seem not to be any focus on the materials. You just seem to be focusing on other aspect. But well, it is time for you to improve the quality of your RPP in terms of the materials, because that's the core of your learning, materials. Okay. All right. So I think time has passed 12. Yeah. Thank you very much for your active participation today. I'll see you next week with activity of searching for authentic sources for your project, for your developing ELT materials project. So that from the origin authentic text that you get, then you can develop other activities, other authentic tasks and text exploitation, so that the materials are ready. Yeah. So once again, authentic texts are not the materials yet, because you will need to cook. You need to cultivate the authentic text into something that can be consumed by the learners, consumable. Yeah. So authentic texts are raw materials. You need to be a good cook, to prepare the food so that when they are ready to be served to the customers, the students are your customers. This is what you will be learning in our course, developing EFL materials. Okay, thank you very much. I'll post the recording on my YouTube as soon as possible. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Saya Afri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir.
Selamat
Goodbye,
pagi, sir.
everyone. Okay, thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.